Hi Fathomers, today we will be looking at another miraculous ladybug Bible because it's been a while, but this is the first time we actually do an official one, so this is kinda crazy. Like, I thought the first official Bible I would talk about would be the season 6 Bible, but that's still locked in the vault somehow. But in the meantime we got one for season 1 leaked, and it's actually interesting because some of the things on here gagged me. Let's get into it. So right off the bat we have to point out this being from September 2013, like a whole 11 years ago. That's crazy. So keep in mind this is an earlier version of season 1. Marinette and Adrien are two high school kids with a difference. They are the chosen ones to save Paris from evil. They have been entrusted with an important mission, to capture Icamus, creatures responsible for turning normal people into super baddies. When involved in such adventures, these two school kids become superheroes. Marinette transforms into Ladybug and Adrien becomes Cat Noir. But Ladybug and Cat Noir do not know each other's true identity. Marinette is unaware that, beneath the Cat Noir costume nestles Adrien, her secret crush. Similarly, Adrien doesn't know that Ladybug is, in actual fact, just Marinette, one of the girls in his class. Remember when this was the plot of the show? Yeah, me neither. Adrien is the son of a famous fashion designer and models for his father. Marinette finds him mysterious and good looking. He's the untouchable school star and he happens to be in her class. Problem is, she's not the only one who's noticed this. In fact, all the girls in the school are hooked on him. He's your average white guy, get over it. But none of the other girls know about what Marinette happened to chance upon. One fine day, in the classroom, Marinette saw Adrien writing some words down on a piece of paper. Then, he screwed it up and tossed it in the trash can on his way out. She picked it up and discovered within a poem written to a girl I see every day. Marinette realizes he must be talking about one of the girls in their class. Could it be her? Exclamation mark. The only way to know for sure is to get to talk to Adrien. But Marinette is always desperately tongue-tied. Every time, she just finds him so untouchable and out of bounds. Marinette leads a continual quest to discover to whom Adrien's poem was addressed. Will she ever find out? Will she ever manage to tell Adrien about her feelings for him? This is so funny now. Meanwhile, hoping to one day elucidate the mystery, Marinette has framed the poem and hung it on her wall, like a museum exhibit. Every time she reads it, it triggers her imagination. She dreams of the day he'll love her too, and of their future life together, married and with lots of kids. Okay, wow, let's calm down, mamas. I love how the poem was never brought up again, like now that they're dating 10 years later. Marinette is very creative. She's got a very fertile imagination and is good with her hands. If there's one thing she loves in life, it's designing and making things. She makes purses, hats, clothes, jewelry, knitted scarves, pretty much anything. Everything on her clothes and accessories are items of her own making. In the show, she will concentrate mainly on making accessories. All this, but she don't know how to dress. Marinette obviously admires the big fashion designers, one of them being Adrien's dad. But she's not a groupie or a slave to fashion, and she still don't know how to dress. She's not fleeting or superficial and doesn't dream about being famous one day. What she admires the most is true talent, a well-done product and great ideas. Marinette or her parents do not have the means to buy top designer items. Be so for real, this little girl is loaded. Like her family got the biggest bakery in all of Paris, the money never stops. Even the biggest rock star in their universe has filmed a reality show in that bakery. Don't even start because I will get mad. Like, yes, Marinette can afford those dirty Balenciaga shoes any day. Marinette has a wooden mannequin in her bedroom, which she uses to model her clothes on. But she also sometimes uses it to practice her kung fu. She practices her what? Hello? Since when does she do kung fu? Girl, you just made that up. I guess. Her favorite reading material is the Paris fashion magazine, with which she has a weekly subscription. We did not know this. Marinette is Eurasian. Twinum. She was born in France, so she definitely feels Parisian but uses chopsticks when eating spaghetti or noodles. The fact that this is the only thing they tell you about her Asian side is crazy. Like, I'm not that connected to the roots of my mother's side either, but damn, is the only way to remind us of her Asianness to have a little white boy teach her the language her mama is supposed to be teaching her. Don't get me started on making her go visit her uncle in China only because Adrien was going to be so for real. Before I get mad, let's move on. The challenges she must face: capturing Icamus, keeping her identity secret, winning Adrien's heart, finding out who his poem was written about, getting into a big fashion school and becoming a top designer, creating clothes and accessories, solving her friends' problems, Her favorite pastime. People sometimes approach her to enlist her help. Or sometimes she finds problems which the person didn't even know they had or needed solving. Okay, so I feel so bad reading this. These were her biggest worries back then? That's crazy. Let's see how many of these she got now. Capturing Akamas? Well, yes. Keeping her identity secret? Sorta kinda. Well, if you ignore the fact that a third of the hero team knows. Winning Adrian's heart? Check. All she had to do is kiss him while he pretends to be a statue apparently. Finding out who his poem was about? I don't think she ever found out. Big fashion school and becoming a top designer? Well, she will be studying fashion at Buster's new messy ass school, I guess. And she got a shit ton of money, so she's set. Solving her friends' problems. Her favorite pastime. I wonder if that's still her favorite pastime because he broken bar. Oh wow. Does friends include Adrian and his family? Baby, she got a whole new set of worries. Now I'm crying. Shit, let's make a new list. The challenges she must face post season 5 version. Covering Monarch's identity. Covering up Gabriel's crimes. Lying to Adrian and the whole world about a terrorist's identity. Making sure no other bitch finds out her identity because enough people know already. Depression. Her boyfriend is a Cindy and he has the rings, but he doesn't know that if something happens to them he's cooked. Oh no. Everyone wants her. They used to bully her at school. They would call her pretty face. The way everything has changed in the span of 9 months in canon. Okay, wow, give this little girl a vacation. Adrian's father is Gabriel, a wealthy fashion designer cum businessman cum proprietor of various brands. Designer what? Don't look at me, that's what this Bible be saying. The most famous of which is the Amigo clothes brand. He also owns Cocoon, Bowtie magazine and even an investment bank by the name of Chrysalis. Hello, are we hearing this? The way none of these have ever been brought up in the show? I feel like Gabriel's career as a designer is so overlooked in the show because how have we never even heard of any of these? Also Chrysalis Bank, there's a whole ass bank he owns called Chrysalis. The writers need to elaborate, I fear. Is this even canon? And the name being Chrysalis as in butterfly holder lila is so funny. Father and son live in a huge private mansion across from the Eiffel Tower. Adrian has everything he wants, except an ordinary lifestyle. Ever since Adrian was very young, his father has been using him as his imago icon. Adrian models for all commercials, paper and TV. Imago? You mean Gabriel? His brand is not called Imago. Adrian is not mad at his father. He doesn't even hate being a model, but it's not what he wants to do with his life. He wants to find his own path. By himself. Well, the tables turned in season 4. Adrian has no freedom in anything that he does. His father is cold, controlling and has no time for him. Remember when he was just cold? That's crazy. Gabriel controls everything. Shit, one thing hasn't changed. Adrian has a responsibility to present a perfect image as a model for his father's clothing business. He'd like to rebel but can't because everything he does is controlled by other people. Well, yes, as soon as he steps foot in school, he goes out of his way to try and be ordinary. Sometimes he might even change into cooler gear than the clothes his dad makes him wear. The way that's simply not true and has never happened. The bodyguard. We purposefully will not develop his character beyond this mute silence. He must remain an impenetrable block of cement. You can say that about Adrian too at this point. The challenges Adrian must face. Win Ladybug's heart and respect. Protect his secret identity. Gain independence from his father. Find himself and what he wants to do with his life. Well, he didn't win Ladybug's heart because he fell in love with Marinette when he was pretending to be a statue and she tried to kiss him. But he did win her heart the second he changed his mind. Identity shit is the same. The irony of Ladybug always being the one preaching about keeping your identity secret yet having so many people find out. Meanwhile Chat Noir only got one person who knows is absolutely comical. And the one person who knows Chat Noir's identity being Luca because he has the snake miraculous, so it's inevitable. And the fact that the only way he got independence from his father is because he died is insane. His new set of challenges. Find out what everyone is hiding from him. Find out he's a Sinti. Try not to get akumatized ? Find what he wants to do with his life other than being Marinette's boyfriend. That's the only thing that hasn't changed. Help. He's so real for this though, like yes, I don't know what the fuck to do. Not even going to comment on the Lady Noir dynamic page because back then they did do the same job, but now, don't piss me off. No, it went wrong? How did we come to this? Tiki is female. Girl, they need to make up their mind. I thought the concept of gender didn't apply to Quamies and that they're all genderless. Yeah, all are assigning genders to Quamies now, and Plag is male. Okay, so does Yusu going by they mean Felix is a they? Food for thought. Gabriel the big bad baddie. Why did I read the big bad daddy? Nobody knows who he really is and this will never be revealed throughout the whole show. Oh, wait a minute, like let me walk around for a bit. You all seeing this shit? The fuck you mean this will never be revealed? Like ever? These motherfuckers had Gabriel winning and getting away with everything and everyone living a lie celebrating him like a hero on their bucket list since season 1? They had this shit planned? Oh hell number. Let's move on before I get even more mad. What the hell is this? Ala has been Marinette's best friend since day 1. Buzzer says wrong. Sakuraline has been this girl's friend since day 1 but the writers from 2013 don't know that yet. We love Redkin. The classmates were scared of Ella. When did this happen? Tom and Sabine. Why do they say Tom is French and Sabine is of Asian origin and not just Chinese? Were they not sure what part is Asia yet? Help. Marinette admires her parents. She'd love to be like them, to possess her dad's creative talent and her mom's strength of character, and nothing about them not giving a fuck about her getting bullied once again. No, because this is such a trivial issue and nobody gives a fuck. Make her change schools pre-season 1 and problem solved. You will never hear from Chloe again. Classmates, Rose and Julika being best friends here is so funny, like no they're not. Chloe is the owner of the Louis XIV Hotel. Who? Literally, what hotel is that? She doesn't own any hotels in the show, she just lives in her father's hotel. Okay, this next part is really interesting. She hates Marinette, seeing her as a rival because she realized that Marinette is in love with Adrien. What? I'm sorry, what are you talking about? She has been bullying Marinette for what? 3 years before this. Why did she hate her then? Adrien has nothing to do with the many years of Chloe bullying Marinette. The way we'll never know why Chloe actually started bullying Marinette. Like sure, she low-key bullies everyone because they're not as rich as her or whatever, but why Marinette more than others? Mind you, she's rich too, just not as rich as Chloe's father. Her parents got the biggest food business in all of Paris and she gets bullied for that? Maybe I'm right and Chloe is just jealous Marinette has a better face card and mugs her all the time. She pretty, you ugly, she swan, you frog. Ivan has a crush on Chloe and she uses his feelings to manipulate him. Hello? This is crazy. I guess they had Ivan in mind but they changed it to Kim later on. Also, this saying Chloe is in love with Adrien, no she's not. I can't believe they ever tried to sell this because she clearly has no feelings like that for him. I can make a whole video on this because it's bothered me for so long. Who the fuck said Chloe wants Adrien? Also Adrien respecting her because he knows the mean girl he sees is a facade? Oh how the tables have turned. So like, is it still a facade? Hey Thomas Astor, you can answer this. Is Chloe's dictator era a facade too? Don't even start with me, I will whack you. Whoever wrote this Bible certainly has a way with words, because what is this? Sabrina has a crush on Max? Sure. Nino's crush on Marinette is the only one they got right. Rose helps her grandmother in her tea room. Lovey in Rose. Like the Izon song? She's a born romantic. Her lifelong dream is to ride off into a rainbow with her Prince Charming. She'll ride off into a rainbow alright, but with a Princess Charming. This is so funny, like sure she's jumping in a gay rainbow with a man. Maybe the prince in season 1 likes men. Julika is a bass player in a goth band. Is the goth band in the room with us? I hope they didn't just call Kitty section goth because we're gonna have a problem. The way it says nothing about her and Rose dating. Ooh, not the quirting. The biggest gag for me in this whole Bible is this. She has a crush on Nathaniel. I think you just misspelled Rose. Who got a crush on who? Julika on Nathaniel? My jaw dropped because what are you talking about? That girl is a lesbian. Down. Kim is in love with Chloe, we know this. He's jealous of Adrien. This is a first. Max has a closet full of suspenders at home. One of the biggest changes compared to the final version is Ivan's character. He's the bully. Chloe and Sabrina use him because he has a crush on Chloe, but he hates Sabrina and Adrien. Why do so many people in this class hate Adrien and canon nobody actually hates him? This was the cuddly bear metalhead? No, I actually prefer the cutiful metalhead even if he's cringe. Gabriel is a dreamer and pretends to not give a damn about anything. Nathaniel gets akumatized in The Dreamer and Invisible Man. I'm assuming the first is the earlier version of the Illustrator and I don't know who Invisible Man is. I have never seen that man in my life.
I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I I wouldn't know a thing.
Also, he was in love with Marinette. Teachers, the list for our man should be saying incompetent man-child piece of shit. Miss Buster being the quote-unquote idea teacher who never yells is so funny. Like that's just false because she falsely yells at Ivan in the very first episode and sends him to the principal for no reason. Perfect role model, girl bye. That woman enables bullying. Who is Miss Noonan? We were robbed so bad because Rose's grandma was completely scrapped. She was supposed to be important to bring this icon back. We want Miss Lulu. Okay, another gag. Andre the incompetent ass mayor was No and Audrey was Marie. He's a nice guy? Oh wow, now this is completely cut off from the real world. It's scary how the writers still talk about this man like he's nice. That is a whole ass Biden but kids bop version. Last they tell you about the backgrounds and that's pretty much it. I wish we had the episode synopses too for the early stages of season 1 because apparently there's an episode called Invisible Man. This was fun. It's not often I get to do one of these videos for a real Bible foul. It's so weird to see how much changed not just from this to the final version of season 1 but from the perspective of being done with the first 5 seasons. Looking back at what the show originally was so crazy like this makes me wanna do a 2024 guide to Miraculous for whoever is interested. That is a whole different show. Bye.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry! What have I done? I'm so sorry!
I can't feel my
Oh
kid.
crap! The tigers seem like to be, guys. I have bad nerves. I'm so sorry. Feel better, okay?